Foreign Ministry and the Union Minister in Malta. So that is the interest we are taking for a conference as important as this. Nagaland is, as we know, is endowed with huge untapped natural resources and is acknowledged as one of Eastern gateway of the East policy. The government of Nagaland has taken several steps to overcome the infrastructural bottlenecks to induce sustainable as we have identified. It is strategically located with access to traditional domestic markets of Eastern India. It has large international border with Myanmar and it can serve as an entry point for the Southeast Asian market. It has fertile farmland and different kinds of climates that is suitable for growing variety of horticultural and organic agricultural crops. And there's huge potential in creating new avenues for growth through the development of vertically integrated food processing chains, market links, skill development, cross-border agricultural products, etc. We also feel that the state has a huge pool of educated and talented English-speaking youth. They can take up business process outsourcing or knowledge process outsourcing and turn the state into one of India's most prosperous states in the era of knowledge economy. There are huge investment opportunities in information technology, tourism, health, agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, bamboo and forestry, border trade, education, music industry, etc. We feel that there are areas that need special attention. There's a need to enhance the state's economic capacity through appropriate policy framework with an eye on the Association of Southeast Asian Nation Markets. There's a need to highlight the need for infrastructure and capacity building measures and focus on policies to create enabling environment for domestic and export market. There's a need to identify potential areas for future investment and product development based on the state's distinctive comparative advantage. Immediate focus we have on few sectors like social and economic sectors. The state has a very high literacy rate, 79.55%, well above the national average of 74.04%. The state is ranking third in Northeast in annual per capita income, that includes all the 8 states, and state domestic products, as per the Northeastern Region Report 2015. It is the right time for modern economic activities to take off in the state, especially through online transactions and other modern methods. In the agriculture, horticulture, and medicinal plants, agriculture in the state provides livelihood to about 60% of the total population. By and large, Nagaland in the rural villages are still cultivators. The state has the second largest number of male workers who work the whole year and marginal workers who work for less than 6 months as cultivators in any region. That's the highest in any region. We have 4,20,379 as male workers, 1,17,323 as marginal workers as per the Northeastern Region Report 2015. The varied agroclimatic zones of the state provides conditions that are well suited for cultivation of fruits, vegetables, flowers, spice, plantation crops, medicinal and aromatic and other horticultural crops. Entrepreneurs need to be encouraged to set up cold storage, distribution and marketing infrastructure. Agriculture is in fact one of our biggest strengths. We have a lot of organic products that are waiting to be marketed outside. Then there's a need to focus on border trade. We have a large international border, 215 kilometers with Myanmar, and it is acknowledged as one of the Eastern gateway for the country's East policy. Entrepreneurs need to be trained for border trade. In fact, in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, we used to have trade with Myanmar. If any visitor happened to visit Nagaland, in the state capital itself, there is a place called BOC, that is called Burma Oil Company. Oil used to come to Kohima at very cheap price, but the policy has changed. We were asked to look westward, and then costly oil, diesel, petroleum has started flowing, and we are a victim of that. And if you have to see the scenario today, even Burma, Myanmar is also affected. The places which are bordering Nagaland, those are the only areas which is backward. So maybe policymakers may have to need to have a look on this. In the information technologies sector, Nagaland is one of the few states in India where all the core IT infrastructure, we call it state data center, statewide area network, common service center, state portal, and state service delivery gateway in e-district. They are all in place. Only very few very few states in the country have this provision, and we feel the time is appropriate for investors and industries to venture. BPO and KPO industry has a lot of potentials. In the state of Nagaland, just recently, we have implemented biometric attendance system, which is fully Aadhaar-based. Well, we have come to know that Nagaland is the only state in Northeast which has implemented Aadhaar-based biometric attendance system in the whole secretariat. In the health sector, there are a large number of trained nurses available to work in various health sectors, and there is scope for sending trained nurses abroad. In fact, since 2010, we have access of nurses, and we are looking forward sending them outside. In the morning, there was opening. Madam Saxena and Professor Lama had told that there's a lot of scope for this. I think this fits very well into the Nagaland scenario. We would like to request the ministry to provide us a link how our girls can go to places like South Korea, Japan. We have a lot of nurses. In the small scale industry, Nagaland Industrial Development Corporation is promoting agro-based industries. Also, various handlooms and handicraft industries are already operational in the state, and there's a lot of opportunities for investors in this direction. In the education sector, English being the official state language, there are a large number of English-speaking educated youth, and they can find employment as English teachers in Southeast Asian countries and China. In fact, our people are already going to Southeast Asian countries and some of them in China already. In the music industry, Nagaland is the only state maybe in the country or Northeast where it is considered as an industry. We have a separate department called Music Task Force. Our musicians have started winning awards like MTV. They are moving abroad in the international area. They are talented musicians in Nagaland, and they can be used as performers and trainers. In fact, top musical institutes like London School of Music, Trinity College, Berkeley Music, Rock Music, our director of music, Tasfur himself is here, himself a good singer, and he'll be able to tell better if anybody wants to know how Nagaland is doing for music. In fact, as per tradition, Nagas sing wherever they are. Even in the olden days, when there was farming, during working also there is a song particularly for sowing, there's a song for reaping, there's a song for harvesting. So music is a part of our life, so it's very easy for us to pick up. Music as an industry is picking up in a big way, and if any queries is there, our director of music task force himself is here. In the skill development, the state work participation rate, we have seen the statistics. That is again the highest in rural areas in the Northeastern region. That is as per the Northeastern region 2015 report, 54%. And currently the state has incremental demand of 9,300 skilled, 15,400 semi-skilled, and 25,100 minimally skilled workforce. The state is paying a lot of attention to craftsman's training scheme, apprenticeship training scheme, and skill development initiatives, etc. In the bamboo, rubber, and forestry, Nagaland has a large variety of bamboos, and there is a separate bamboo mission also. Like Music Task Force, we have a separate bamboo mission where a lot of bamboo products are produced and for domestic and export market as well. Fresh, we have picked up rubber trade lately, and of late, there's a lot of fresh plantation of rubber trees, and production of rubber is going steadily. Entrepreneurs will have a lot of opportunities in this market in the near future. In animal husbandry, traditionally, Nagas are non-vegetarian, so there's a lot of scope in this. In the tourism sector, Nagaland, we call it as a land of festivals. Apart from the annual Hornbill Festival, there are cultural activities throughout the year. The government of Nagaland is taking initiatives in promoting the tourism sector, including eco-tourism, and there is a lot of scope for investors and entrepreneurs to participate in the tourism industry. In fact, if you look at the tourism sector, there are places called like Suku Valley, we talk of Tawang, which is very far away. But just behind the state capital, Kohima, there's Suku Valley as good as Tawang. So people can try to explore these things also. In the hospitality sector, the English-speaking educated boys and girls in the state are available in plenty, and they can be used in hotels and other industries. While saying about the focus we have on few areas, we feel that there should be also some policy initiatives to attract investors. So the state IT policy is in formulation stage, almost getting completed. And once it is ready, it will pave the way for fast development of IT service industry in the state. We, in fact, are aiming to make Nagaland as a state of e-governance, and a lot of initiatives are underway. The envisaged state IT policy has the following interesting features. Every investor will be given a price preference of 15%, provided they have a registered office in Nagaland and 2/3 of its employees are drawn from local population. Here, the philosophy behind is that, like, since it's far away because of transportation costs and other things, people are reluctant to come. So 15% preference means if a bidder bids 1 crore and someone who fulfills the condition bids 85 lakhs, they will be treated as equal, with a condition that they should have a registered office in Nagaland and 2/3 of its employees drawn from local population. What we feel that some of the entrepreneurs here may not agree, but as far as our perception is concerned, the real economic activity has not started in places like Nagaland. In fact, we at times feel that entrepreneurs have not yet made up their mind to participate in nation building. They just want to make quick money and run away. But our policy is to invite them, let them come, serve, stay, and build the nation. That's our policy. Other subsidies and state industrial policy, we have also included in our IT policy. And in the last, we would like to focus few policy changes which we from central government, donor, and NEC. The Look East policy or Act East policy requires easing of restriction on border trade with Myanmar, and the aim should be to really go eastward to the Asian market. So the Look East policy, I think the focus from the ministry should be towards Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia. So this maybe if some policies comes, maybe for a state like Nagaland, if the border of Myanmar itself is thrown wide open, the state itself will change. At the moment, there is a lot of delay in organic product certification, and there is a need of setting up more organic product certification centers. A lot of our organic products are getting rotten because of lack of the certification and is getting wasted. In fact, there was a time when there was a large-scale plantation of ginger. The state government itself has come forward, but due to non-marketing and certification, it got totally wasted, and now farmers are scared to cultivate ginger. So maybe policies like organic product certification centers and opening the borders with Myanmar by the central government can really help us to go forward.